With the Iowa caucus next Tuesday, the candidates are taking off the gloves, taking their best shots at their competitors, and especially at President Obama, as the undecided have only a holiday weekend to choose their favorite. Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron has the latest from the campaign trail.
8 a.m., 36 degrees and raining, as a raucous Iowa caucus crowd of nearly 1,000 cheered frontrunner Mitt Romney.
Do you want more of Barack Obama? No. Do you want promises of higher taxes? No. Is it time to have a real change in Washington?
Yes. A rally cry from one of the GOP's brightest lights.
You don't do what you're supposed to do on Tuesday for Mitt Romney? I will be back. People, I will be back.
The other day, President Obama said, it could be worse. We're out in the cold and the rain and the wind because we care about America. He's out there. He just finished his 90th round of golf. If you can get out here in this cold and this wind and a little bit of rain coming down, then you can sure get out on Tuesday night, and you could sure find a few people to bring with you.
The Northeasterners dismissed the idea that they can't win with heartland voters.
We believe in the same things they believe in, and it doesn't matter where you're from.
And don't forget, put the mic over here, not over there. Don't forget, I was born in Michigan, raised in Michigan. I'm a Midwestern guy at the core.
With Ron Paul under withering attack from his rivals, Rick Santorum's gaining ground among social conservatives. He looked every bit the come-from-behind caucus surprise, visiting an Ames, Iowa sports bar to cheer Iowa State in the Pinstripe Bowl against Rutgers.
I think we're doing very, very well. I'm not making any predictions. When you're at 5% in the polls 2 weeks before the caucus, I don't think anyone would predicted we'd be having this conversation right now, except maybe me, because I really did believe in the people of Iowa.
The latest poll gives Romney a tiny edge over Ron Paul within the margin of error. Santorum's pulled into third, and Rick Perry's inching closer to overtaking Newt Gingrich. And while the undecideds are still a force to be reckoned with, the Real Clear Politics average of recent polls shows the Romney-Paul battle even. Santorum and Gingrich tied, with Perry on their heels. Santorum's got a new ad out, too.
A full-spectrum conservative, Rick Santorum is rock solid on values issues.
Perry's pounding Santorum for supporting earmarks.
But just yesterday, once again, he defended his prolific pork barrel spending.
At a Women for Newt event, the famously combative Gingrich got gushy about his mom.
Well, first of all, you'll get me all teary-eyed. Krista will tell you, I get teary-eyed every time we sing Christmas carols. Sorry to tear. Excuse me.
And if Mr. Gingrich needed a reason to wipe away the tears tonight, he has an endorsement that certainly amounts to a political feather in his cap. Iowa's influential conservative talk radio show host Steve Deace just moments ago told Fox News that he will endorse Newt Gingrich. It is a big boost for the ex-speaker and will certainly resonate with conservatives. If tears do continue to fall, they may be around Michelle Bachmann. For the first time, potentially, the winner of the Ames straw poll only a few months ago in Ames, Iowa, where we stand right now, it's a distinct possibility that the Ames, Iowa straw poll winner could actually come in dead last in Iowa's caucuses. Jim?
Carl, thanks very much. The big target for virtually all the candidates is Iowa's strong conservative vote. Correspondent Steve Brown reports on what that support is worth.
Above all, you are a God of peace.
The Republican presidential candidates all know Iowa's evangelical Christians are a savvy bunch.
They vet these candidates better than anybody I've ever seen. And what they're looking at, people say, well, you always talk about the core value issues. Well, we're hiring somebody to be president. We want to know if we can trust them.
And because these pro-life, anti-same-sex marriage Republicans dominate the Iowa GOP, if you earn their trust, magical things can happen.
I love Iowa a whole lot.
Mike Huckabee took the 08 caucuses on a wave of evangelical support, but this time around, no Huckaboom yet. Why?
Most of the issues they're pretty much the same on. So then it becomes a personality contest in a lot of ways.
Fueling the drift from candidate to candidate.
God bless you, everyone.
Michelle Bachmann aggressively courted evangelical support on her way to victory at the straw poll, only to see some of it shift to Rick Perry when he entered the race. The rise of Herman Cain siphoned off social conservatives, and when he exited, evangelicals began warming up to Newt Gingrich. That, too, faded.
People were looking for a champion, someone that they could see would take on Mitt Romney, first of all, for the nomination, and then take on Barack Obama once obtaining the nomination.
Pleasure to meet you. How are you?
But this season's evangelical drift now moves towards Rick Santorum. Chunks of the old Huckabee social conservative coalition have accelerated in his direction, and the Santorum camp scored the Huckabee voter list containing contact info for over 400,000 Iowans. And out on the stump, faith is woven into his campaign pitch, like this moment, talking about attracting blue-collar voters.
The very people that Barack Obama, when he talked off the record in San Francisco, said were the folks who cling to their guns and their Bibles. You're damn right they do.
Now, some Iowa evangelicals grumble that they could have used some endorsement guidance, but Iowa Right to Life, Iowa Faith and Freedom, the family leader, Congressman Steve King, and Mike Huckabee himself have all declined to endorse, leaving evangelicals to drift from candidate to candidate this caucus season. Jim?
Steve, thanks very much.